Over 300 years ago, people thought that colour was a mixture of light and darkness, and that prisms coloured light. Our modern understanding of light begins with Sir Isaac Newton and a series of experiments he published in 1672. Over 300 years ago, there was no electricity, which meant that you couldn't just turn on a light to produce white light. The main source of light available to Isaac Newton was the sun. Although we draw the sun as yellow and in Japan they draw it red, the sun is in fact white. Using this piece of paper and the magnifying glass, I can demonstrate that the sun is white. Holding the magnifying glass parallel to the paper, I can get the sun. You can see it come through the cloud and the leaves, and here you can see that it is white. I'm doing this so that it is safe to look at the sun and show that it is white, because looking at the sun in the sky, it is dangerous for our eyes. One of the many experiments carried out by Sir Isaac Newton was to pass a beam of sunlight through a prism. A prism is a triangular piece of glass that allows light to spread out into a band of 6 colours. This is called refraction. Sir Isaac Newton set up a prism near his window and projected a spectrum 22 feet onto a far wall. I can demonstrate this experiment by using this block of glass. Imagine that this is 2 triangular prisms stuck together. Here you can see a spectrum. The spectrum ranges from red to violet. Here is a diagram of white light passing through a prism and being split into 6 colours. You can see the light beam is bent when it enters the glass, and this is what causes refraction. Although I have said there are only 6 colours, in reality it is a continuous spectrum. One of the most important parts of Sir Isaac Newton's experiments was to prove that a prism was not colouring light. So he sent the light through a second prism where the light became white once again. I do not have the components to do the same, but I can do it using a colour wheel. Here is one I made earlier. On the disc I have 6 colours: red, orange, yellow, green, blue and violet. If I stick this on the fan and then turn it on, the colours seem to disappear. Basically, your eyes cannot keep up with the colours as they spin round. To make things easier, they merge together into a single colour, white, and that's what your brain thinks it's seeing. In other words, the colours are combining together to make white. By doing this project on white light, I have learned that white isn't a colour, but all of the colours. I think that other girls should participate in the Robogals Science Challenge because it was interesting to learn a new topic. It was fun doing the experiments and seeing what happened, videoing and putting it together. Thank you.